Right, we're at George and Angela's, where we've just been to George and Angela's, picked up this food, and we're in Crosby in a car park here. It's a free car park, so I'm told. We'll soon find out, won't we? My wife and my grandson are out on the dunes playing, and we're going to go down to the beach in a minute. Look at that. We got salt and pepper Siu Mai. Now, I'm always a sucker for dumplings and things like that. If ever they've got anything like that going, well, that's quite a meaty one. But that is delicious, really is. There's one extra missing there, and then my wife just dove in there, swooped in like an eagle. I'm going to break it open so you can see it on the camera. Oh, that's getting a no. That's quite meaty, that. It's nice to have them deep fried. Little fella will be busting to get onto that beach. Now, the shop is 0.7 miles away from here. So, just 2 roads, really. So, it was really easy to get down to. Of course, we still put it in the hot box. And they've got quite an assortment of stuff.
Look what I've made by Dad.
Wow. That's incredible. So, yeah, they've got all sorts of things here. I'm going to give this a go now. This is the Haddock and Chips, and it looks like quite a fair portion. Yeah, definitely a decent size. And certainly smells the part. Let's get into it a bit here. That is a little bit on the heavy side. Yeah, a little bit on the oily. But it's really got a nice taste to it. It's a fair-sized piece of fish. Let's have a bit of sausage going on here. A bit more salt. Okay, Jacob. We're going down onto the beach in a minute. Have you got your dinosaurs? Salt and pepper chips. That's not a bad portion at all. We've certainly got a kick, but I've gone for a bit more. Let's have a look, see if it's buried away underneath it. Yeah, I'd have gone for a bit more on the veg side. Yeah, I'd give them an okay. The chips are nice. The chips are nice. They've got a bit of flavour. So I'll get back to where you going. Are you looking for Nana?
Yeah.
She just got in the car. There she is. Look at the front. Don't go over there without us, babe. Don't go too far. So back to this, and what I'd say the chips are actually quite nice. Yeah, the chips are actually all right. Let's have a go at their curry. Well, yeah, it's got a nice consistency to it. A little bit on the gelatinous side. Again, it's got a nice kick. Let's dip a little bit of this fish in there. That's quite a nice bit of a thick bit. The wife says it doesn't take me long to turn what looks like a really nice dinner into a train wreck. And she's probably right. But I enjoy it all the same. If I can, I'll get it with my hands. But if it's a little bit messed up, I'll use a fork. The curry sauce is really nice. It's kind of sweet and spicy. Like I say, it's a shame about the batter.
What?
But at the same time, it's quite tasty. That curry. And the chips, well, the chips are nice. Let's have a look at these. Well, they look okay. Not really holding it together. And these are small portions. We're going to go over to the sand. This is a Crosby Leisure Centre. Car park that one in. So it's quite handy because I'm sure there'll be toilets and things like that in there, maybe a cafe. So I'm going to make a nice chip butty. We're going to go down onto the beach. Get rid of some of this paper in there. It looks awful. Right, so it's back to the computer. Pardon? So let's have a look at some reviews. George and Angela's, 58 College Road, Liverpool. And that's a 4.2 rating, 4-star, for 251 reviews. 1 star. Has the price of salt and vinegar gone up? Second time I've been, and when I've asked for it, they've hardly had any on. 3 star. Pie and chips were good. Gravy was black, jet black, and tasted very salty. 5 star. Great food, friendly staff, and best gravy ever. Response from the owner. Thank you for your 5-star review. It means a lot to us all at George and Angela's. Mine, 4 star. The sun was out and Crosby Beach in Merseyside was calling, so we stopped at George and Angela's, less than a mile from the beach, on the way. The haddock and chips came in a large portion, with the haddock itself being a good size. There was only one size fish and chips, it just happened to be a really decent size. However, I found the batter too heavy. It held onto the oil, making it a bit damp and thick on the inside. That said, the batter had a nice flavour, as did the fresh fillet within. The chips were exactly what you'd expect from a good chippy, soft and fluffy inside, with crispy areas on the outside. The curry sauce was spicy with a nice kick, though a little jelly-like in texture. The peas were tasty, but could have done with a little less moisture. Salt and pepper is always a favourite of mine, and the salt and pepper chips were both tasty and spicy, though the vegetables were a bit limited. The highlight of the meal was the salt and pepper Siu Mai, or Siu Mai, however you want to say it, or spell it, or pronounce it. So, a generous portion with a crispy fried exterior, topped with plenty of pepper, chili and onion. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, there was a really good chunk of vegetables going on in there, and I liked that. The shop was clean and tidy, and the staff were polite and friendly. Chips were being freshly cut in the background, which was a great sound to hear. Cooking in vegetable oil, hygiene rating 5. Card or cash. Fish reviewed, haddock. See you on the next one.
Oh, na na na, it's the Chippy Tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite, I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bid. From mushy piece of battered Mars bar. A culinary Johnny, I'm a food rock star. I'm the Chippy Tour, tasting it all. Beef fritter scraps, yeah, I answer the call. Savory scallops, deep fried dreams, keeping chippies alive, that's my team. Biggest fish, battered sausage on a roll. Fish cakes so good they'll nourish your soul. Squid so crispy, prawns in a crunch. A battered mushroom makes the perfect brunch. Deep fried pizza, yeah, wacky delight. Curry sauce pouring tartar inside. But every shop story, it cuts kinda deep. The chippies fade away, it's hard not to weep. Oh, the landscapes I see, the people I meet. Seaside towns, cobble streets under my feet. The ups and downs.